Beneath the founding myths of declaration and liberty lies a hidden current, not just Protestant descent, but unlikely influence from Catholic power brokers and their shadows in Rome. Could the Vatican have quietly shaped America's birth by working through Freemasons and secret alliances? Tonight, we unravel a conspiracy rarely told, the Vatican's secret role in the founding of America. While colonial America is often framed as a Protestant project, early colonialists needed funding, navigation, and diplomatic backing, something the Catholic Church possessed in abundance through European monarchs and financiers. Remember, many of these pro-colonial forces had Jesuit ties or Catholic sympathies. Jesuit missionaries operated in the New World long before the first pilgrim landed at Plymouth Rock. Behind the scenes, money flowed not just from London but from Catholic networks with deep interests in destabilizing Protestant control of North America, creating new avenues for influence and commerce. Enter the Freemasons, a secret society with roots in medieval stonemason guilds, later evolving into a philosophical fraternity that included both Catholics and Protestants. In early America, Freemasonry attracted men of influence, merchants, politicians, and thinkers. Many of them were also devout Catholics or connected to Catholic families, especially in Maryland, Pennsylvania, and New York. Freemasonry appealed to the Vatican in its early stages as a tool to bridge sectarian divides and potentially spread Catholic-inspired political values through symbolism and ceremony. Several founding fathers, including Benjamin Franklin, John Hancock, and Paul Revere, were high-degree Masons. Though none were Catholic, their rituals and networks overlapped with Catholic Masonic elements coming from Europe. The Vatican in the 18th century held soft power through European banks, Catholic noble houses, and the Jesuit financial network. These institutions supported revolutionary ideas, not always overtly, but strategically. Papal financiers backed privateers and colonial merchants, issuing letters of credit and underwriting expeditions in exchange for long-term influence. Some historians suggest this patronage extended to lending for arms, ships, and colonial governments. While not documented openly, unofficial letters from Jesuit bankers to colonial representatives mention our shared commitment to balance Protestant ascendancy and a new polity built on freedom of conscience, words echoing the language of natural rights. This patronage didn't make the Vatican a founding actor, but it meant Catholic money helped fuel the spark that became America. Contrary to popular belief, Freemasonry wasn't always opposed to Catholicism. The Old Catholic and Right Rose Croix branches included prominent Catholic clergy and nobles. Secret correspondence and degrees indicate these factions coordinated with Jesuit intellectuals in Europe. Their goal? To shape American governance around principles of conscience and religious pluralism. Concepts aligned with Vatican's strategy to reduce Protestant uniformity. Some Masonic lodges in Philadelphia and Baltimore were rumored to host secret ceremonies attended by Catholic priests, not as worship services, but as philosophical discussions in private. Look closer at the Declaration of Independence and the Great Seal, the pyramid, the eye in the triangle, the eagle, and the 13 stars. These aren't random. The all-seeing eye and triangle are deeply rooted in Catholic and Masonic iconography, symbolizing divine providence guiding the nation's formation. Historians note similarities to Vatican-commissioned emblems used in Jesuit educational seals, symbols carried by Catholic intellectuals into American lodges. As America matured, so did Vatican scrutiny of Freemasonry. Several papal encyclicals, In Eminenti by Pope Clement XII, 1738, and Humanum Genus by Pope Leo XIII, 1884, condemned the secret society. Yet intriguingly, they did not condemn American Masons outright, focusing instead on European lodges. Some historians read this as Vatican soft diplomacy, aiming to preserve the positive influence its friendly lodges had on America's foundations. The Vatican walked a tightrope, tacit approval early on, followed by caution once institutional Protestant dominance settled. Was America's focus on religious liberty, separation of powers, and natural rights an independent Enlightenment product, or partially shaped by unseen Vatican influence? The strength of these conspiracy theories rests on the overlapping social circles of bishops, Jesuit financiers, and Masonic philanthropists, all pushing consistent political ideals across borders. They weren't puppeteers, but they may have been background scriptwriters. Any papal or Jesuit communication referring explicitly to America's founding has been heavily redacted or concealed in the Vatican Apostolic Archive and the Jesuit Archivum Romanum. Scholars of secret history complain these documents are sealed as too politically sensitive. Surviving letter fragments hint at discussions of colonial charters as opportunities for religious experimentation, a language too bold for open papal acknowledgement. If Vatican-backed networks seeded revolutionary ideas in the New World, the implications are profound. American exceptionalism would be tied not only to Enlightenment ideals, but also to Vatican-influenced Catholic philosophical streams. The U.S. would remain an unrecognized hybrid of Protestant and Catholic founding myths. Religious pluralism might owe as much to Jesuit and Masonic symbology as to Enlightenment rationalism. Ultimately, America may be an unacknowledged collaboration between Protestant revolutionaries and Catholic visionaries. The story is only half confirmed: fragments, rumors, hidden archives, and symbolic parallels. But that is exactly how secret history begins, in strange coincidences, redacted letters, and symbols passed through fire. Whether Vatican influence was pivotal or peripheral, the idea forces us to revisit the origins of America, not just as a Protestant revolt, but as a deeper project shaped by all the great religious traditions of the era, including Catholicism. If nothing else, it reminds us that behind every founding myth lies the complexity of human power and the secrets we bury in silence.